morning, Woog Arena. This is your Voyageurs wearing their dark orange, trimmed in black, white letters trimmed in black, versus the North Central team out of Wisconsin that we played last Sunday. 4-2 victory for your Voyageurs. Let's count them up again, make sure what we got. 3, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17 I'm counting there,
looks like
Justin.
we're missing 3.
Because we try to figure out who we're missing here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20, possibly 21 on the North Central side.
Oh, wow. Yep.
5, 7, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. All right.
Yeah, they got 20.
So 18 skaters, 2 goalies for the North. 17 players here for your Voyageurs. Let's see who we're missing. Strom's here. Johnson's here. Dodge, Rose, Jolkinen, Spaeth, Olson, Hammer, Gross, Byron, Nelson, Fuller, McDonald, Longberg. I have to go through the list here. Oh, there's Chloe, found her. So I don't see a number 6 Arneson out there, Justin.
Oh, yep.
So I'm, looks like I'm missing a 6.
Oh,
I don't see.
Arneson's right there.
Okay. No Clay Bundy. Missing number 10, Clay Bundy. That's going to hurt.
Oh.
She's one of our solid D. Rose Putnam, 14. Do we have a 14?
Well, that's as far as I knew. They
And
were
16.
6. 16.
6 Hills is gone? Yeah, so Hills, Clay Bundy, maybe 14. Well, we'll get her figured out here, people. 1:33 left on the clock. A heavy shout out to Anders and Justin here getting the broadcast all wired up. Nice temperature in here. So we're at Woog Arena, but we are in the larger rink here. We'll give you a quick visual. Switch cameras here. So this is Woog Arena, the bigger part of the arena. There's your Voyageurs. Warm area over there, and there's Justin on the broadcast. Right on. As we get more cameras, I might have a broadcast booth camera. So that's Woog Arena. Let me get myself dialed in here. 29 seconds to go here in the warm-ups. Give you a bench cam here as we roll towards the game here. Looks like we got everything live, ready to go.
Doug, did we figure out it's Harper, Hill?
Hills, Bundy, or Clay Bundy, and Putnam. I don't see a 14.
Oh, okay.
So, well, there's 14. I got a 14.
Oh.
So Hills, Clay Bundy. Let's do another quick count here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We are missing one other. Guess we'll figure it out as we go. So both teams getting ready to go here at their respective benches. There's your Voyageurs. They're good to go. So Voyageurs are going to start out going right to left here in the old cameras. Referees checking out both goalies, making sure they're good, making sure the scorebook's good. And we are down with live hockey here Saturday morning, rematch from last Sunday. And right off the bat, that one chips into the north bench. And that'll get us a face-off here right back at center ice. He's like, oh, maybe just outside the zone here. Oh, center ice it is. So we're going to get a do-over 5 seconds in. This is Dodge on the draw. North send it back to Johnson. Johnson gets pestered by the North. They throw it on ice. And here's Quo with it. Quo's 1-on-3. Feeds over to Olsen. Olsen onto the forehand. Now the backhand shot off the side of the net. Olsen gonna feed it over to Johnson. Nice vantage point we got here, Justin.
Oh, it's great.
This is right on. Great view for the broadcast here. Olsen trying to make a move. Quo on the pester. This will be Johnson trying to keep it in the zone. And she does. She'll bat it back. Olsen off on a change. Out pops Jokinen. Quo into the corner looking to intercept. Back to Johnson. Johnson tries to rip one over to Dodge. And then she tries to pinch. So that's going to get Strom back to gather it up inside her own end. She throws it up ice to Jokinen. Jokinen gains its own, has Fuller. Off the shot, Fuller with a rip right off the chest, over the top of the net. Back to Arneson. Great pass right out front. That one's tipped up over the net. Now they throw it out to the point. This is going to be kept in by Putnam. Putnam gives it to Fuller. She's going to wrap it over to the other side where it's picked up by McDonald. McDonald tries to get it out front. And here comes the North. They said, give me a whistle and just launch it down the ice for an icing. And this one's going to come all the way back, looks like to the left of the North goalie. So good start here for your Voyageurs. Some good passing and pressure here to start. Face off to the left of the North goalie here. Hope you can all hear the broadcast. We're coming through clear. This is McDonald on the draw. Jokinen and Fuller. Fuller dishes it back to Putnam. Putnam throws it up ice. Now that's intercepted by the North. So Arneson and Putnam. Jokinen alongside. She tries to dish it over. Now, just trying to get it to Jokinen and couldn't. And the North gets by Putnam. Arneson to pick it up. They throw it over to Jokinen. Jokinen unable to tip it forward. Now McDonald tries to get it in the zone. And now up ice to Putnam. Putnam wraps it off the wall. Arneson's going to pick it up inside her own zone. She throws it over to Longberg, cross ice with Hammer. Longberg shoots, rips it. Oh, looks like it just went off the stick of the goalie. Voyageurs are unable to keep it in the zone. North coming in hot. Stole it from us. That goes wide to Nelson. Longberg trying to get it up ice. That's tipped from behind. Now Hammer throws it up. North going to have to pick it up at their own end here. And this is Hammer throwing it up towards Rose. Longberg. And here comes the North. Through center, they get it in deep. This is going to be Quo with it. Quill's going to throw it in deep. She gets it on ice. Or on the net, so to speak. Gross, she's going to throw it back in deep. Center, shot, oh, just goes wide. Here comes the North. That's Dodge trying to keep it in the offensive zone. And tipped out to center. This is going to be Spaeth out there with Johnson. Spaeth going through a whole mess of white. Throws it up ice. Picked up in the offensive zone. Johnson keeps it in. This is going to be Olsen to try and get it on the corner. Goes off the referee. Centered out front. That got blocked by the North. And now back out to center. Johnson taps it into the offensive zone. That's Olsen. North brings it out to center. Good stick work there by Spaeth. And Nelson's going to say, give me a whistle.
You know, Doug, I don't see Hadrava.
Maybe that's the third one. Number 8, Hadrava. Good eye, Justin. Face off to the right of Olsen, or Nelson here. Spinorama. Comes back to the North, tipped out front. This is going to be Strom to pick it up. She's going to wrap it around, try to get it to Quo. Quo and Dodge along the wall. Tries to get it up to Olsen. Icing's waved off. Olsen will be the first one there. Picked away by the North. Quo pestering from out front. This one's going to come back to Johnson. Johnson tries a big rip. Pulled out the howitzer, missed by about 10 feet. Rips it again. Oh, tapped it off the skate. Johnson on the backhand. Puck pops up in the air. Dodge with a centering pass. This one's going to rip around to Olsen. Out front is Dodge. Blocker saved by the goalie. And they rip it out front. Kept in by Dodge. And the North says, give me a whistle. They rip it up ice for icing. And that's going to be icing on the North. So we think we've got it figured out here. Hills, Hadrava,
And Clay Bundy.
and Clay Bundy. Thank you, Justin. McDonald on the draw. Jokin and Fuller. Looks like Putnam and Arneson. Back to Arneson. Arneson over to Putnam with a one-timer. Saved by the goalie. Fuller around to Jokinen. Jokinen tries to play it off the back of the net. Here comes the North. They throw it in deep. Looks like that one might have gone off the ref. That one pops out to center. Jokinen trying to turn on the afterburners. Couldn't get there. Now the North's going to bring it out. Putnam with it. Putnam throws it up ice. And Fuller was in a little deep. Got caught off sides. And I'll get the camera on the right spot. Yeah, I got to get the scoreboard turned on here. We were all messed up there. There we go. I'll get that changed from the Loons here in a minute. That one goes off Putnam. It's going to be picked up by Jokinen. Jokinen lost the handle. Back to Putnam it goes. She tries to get it over to Fuller. Now Putnam's going to send it to Jokinen. Jokinen hits Fuller in stride. Fuller going wide right onto the backhand. She spins. Tries to hit McDonald. Nice centering pass. And this one's going to come back to Putnam. Putnam gives it the old backhand, tries to keep it in the zone. Now McDonald with it. Chased over by Arneson. Goes back the other way. Your orange are off on a change. Here comes the North. They throw it in deep. That goes wide to Nelson. That'll be picked up by Spaeth. She throws it up ice. Gets intercepted by the North. Arneson's going to give it a try. Spinorama. Over to Wongberg. Arneson picks it up. Wongberg Just trying to get it in deep. And good at the line. Throw it up ice. That one might have icing. Waved off. Gross tries to throw it up ice. That goes right to the north. Picked up by Arneson. Gross tries to get it up ice. Get it out of the zone. No dice there. Back behind the net for Spain. Picked up by Wongberg. Gets stolen off her stick. Space still battling back there. Gross goes down in a heap. And we got ourselves a souvenir into the penalty box. With 14-17 to go, still 0-0 is your score. Quo tried to hit Olsen in stride. Quo now picks it up. Quo still got it. Shot off the post. Shot. Blocker save Olsen, or North goalie. And here comes the North. Breaking out through center. Good at the line. Hard shot. Blocker save. Nelson. Quo just trying to tip it out of the zone. She dishes it off to Olsen. 1-on-2, 1-on-3. She gets hauled down. And that's going to put your Voyageurs on a power play. So Olsen draws the penalty. We only had ref cam set up. We had a bracket failure. Looks like it's going to be number 4 for the North for the old trip. So McDonald, Fuller, Jolkinen, Strom, Fuller wraps it off a shin pad. Back to Johnson. Back to Fuller. Back to Johnson. Fuller wraps one over to Strom. Strom over to Johnson. Johnson. Johnson rips. Wait, that was Strom. Now Johnson going in deep. Tries to get it to Jolkinen. Kept in by Strom. Now back to Jolkinen. Jolkinen tries to hit Fuller. Kept in by Strom. Strom dishes it back to Fuller. Now back to Fuller. It's a half shot. Rips it wide. This should be kept in by Johnson. He throws it at the net. Jolkinen trying to get a piece of one. Fuller. Back to Strom. Actually looking like a power play here. Back to Fuller. Back to Strom. Strom gets it deep. That one hits up into the netting and gives us a whistle. Kind of looked like we knew what we were doing there for a couple minutes.
That looked good.
All right. Coach
Nice
looks
passing
happy.
There. Good movement.
There you go. Now it's going to be, let's see, we got Hammer, Wongberg, and Rose, it looks like. Putnam and Arneson on defense. Puck goes deep behind the end line there. Nice pester by the forecheck there. Wongberg trying to get a handle on it. Putnam's going to wrap it back in deep. Rose is going to chase it. This one's going to come back to Arneson. Arneson over to Putnam with attempted one-timer. And back to Putnam. Putnam's able to keep the handle on. Takes a step. Shot right in the old breadbasket. And the goalie says, give me a whistle. 25 seconds left to go in the penalty to the North. 11:46 in the half. Voyageurs out shooting the North. I got it 7-2. 25 on the power play here. Hammer wins it back to Putnam. Putnam going in deep. She goes down, lost an edge. And this one's going to come back out to center. Hammer throws it over to Rose. Rose gains the zone. Hammer picks it up. Shot, tip. Longberg's going to pick it up. She dishes it over to Rose. Rose tries to feed the Hammer. Oh, the goalie got them in on it. Puck's still loose. Full strength out for the North. Putnam going to keep it in the zone here. Still working on it. Putnam still behind the net, digging in. Rose is going to try and get a handle on it. Battle along the wall here. Puck gets tipped up in the air. And here comes the North trying to get it out of the zone. Kept in by the Voyageurs here. Good forecheck. That's going to be icing on the North. And they just needed a whistle there, Justin.
Yep. Some good pressure there.
All right, let's see what we got. This is Dodge on the draw. Quo on the left wing. Dodge throws it towards the net. North goalie says, give me another whistle. With 10:31 to go in the half. Again, Dodge, Gross, Spade, Putnam and Olsen back to Gross. To Spade, shot out front, tipped. Little Plinko going on that one. Olsen throws it towards the net. And that one gets popped out to center, not enough for icing. Kind of a flutter lob pass. Got Quo up front. Didn't quite get it in deep. This will be the North picking it up at the red line. They throw it in. Gets past Gross. She throws it up ice. And the arms up. That's going to be the first icing of the day on your Voyageurs. And we're going to get a wholesale line change here. Face off to the left of Nelson. Back to the point it goes. Big rip. Looked like it hit the stick of Fuller. North trying to get it behind the net here, looking for somebody to center to. Picked off by Spade. She's going to reverse try the other way. Gets caught in the corner. McDonald tries to get it out of the zone. That didn't work. Now it comes into the near corner. Fuller wraps it out. Jokin in on a rush. Jokin making a move. Back to Fuller. Fuller ripped. Oh, off the head of the goalie it looked like. Back to Gross. That one gets put in deep. McDonald's got it. Now back around to the near wall. And the North's going to try the far side. Kept in by Jokinen. And then McDonald throws it in deep. Fuller in for the steal. She throws it out to the point for Spade. Over to Gross. Gross rips. That goes wide. McDonald from behind the net. She backhands it off the back of the net. And here's going to come the North with some room. 2-on-2. They're going to throw it in deep. They go out for a change. This is Spade. She likes a little room to run. She's got some speed. Getting around 1-2, and then she gets knocked off her stick. Rose back. Nelson with the save. Fuller able to get it out of the zone. She's ready for a change. Poke goes wide. Spade's going to try and get a run on it. And the North gains the offensive zone shot. Not sure that one would have gone in the net, but I'll give it to him. So the face-off is going to come to the left of Nelson. Dodge is going to grab it. She feeds Longberg. Longberg going wide, and that's going to be offsides as it looks like Hammer got in there a little early. 7:45 to go here in the first half. Still 0-0 is your score. Scoreboard's right. Hammer on the draw. North able to get it out of the zone, trying to get by Johnson. It's going to be picked up by the Longberg. Longberg hits it over to the Hammer. Hammer tried to get it over to Rose. Longberg goes wide, loses the handle, and now it's going to pop out to center, where Johnson's got a hold of it. Johnson feeds Longberg over to Rose. To Longberg onto the forehand. Didn't get a lot of mustard on that one. Longberg trying to center, bouncing puck, she's loose. Puck's loose. Rose spins, turns, that got blocked somehow. Another shot got blocked. Pandemonium in front of the net. And that one's going to pop out, come all the way back to center, where it's going to be Strom to pick it up. Here comes Strom with a head of steam. He's got the wheels moving. Still got it moving. Pulls up, tries to get the shot off. Redirected into the corner where Olsen has it. Dodge tries to throw it towards the net. Not a lot on that one. Well, Strom somehow kept it in the zone. Now she's going to pop out. Tried to get over to Johnson. That got blocked. Shot goes wide to Nelson. Strom to pick it up, 6:15 in the half. Puck comes out, 2-on-1 for the Voyageurs. Olsen got it, shot, blocked, shot. Oh, another great save. Goalie got the first and the rebound. We could use a little puck luck here, Justin. Get one of these
definitely could.
Bounce into the twine. So it looks like Dodge, Quo, Olsen here, Putnam and Arneson on defense. Pulled it back. Putnam has to retreat back to center. She does the old spinorama. Now she's going in hot. Quo unable to keep it in the zone. And now it's going to come a little deeper. Arneson picks it up, tries to hit Olsen. Olsen on the backhand, throws it towards the net. And the ref says, give me a whistle. Looks like no call on the takedown. We're going to call that friendly fire, being in the crease. That's fine. Oh, no, they did call it. So number 9 for Ruff. So Dodge, Quo, and Olsen kept in by Arneson. They get by her. Dodge on the hustle. Nice back check by Dodge. Putnam steals. So nice defense by your Voyageurs. Putnam throws it up to Quo. Quo's got a handle on it. Quo makes the move. Shot. Saved by the goalie. I like that one-step move, Justin. Dodge along the wall. They try to throw it up net. Oh, Putnam with a nice trap shot to keep it in. Tipped out front. Oh, the goalie got the pad on it. And this one comes up. Should be icing. And it is. And it looks like we're going to get a face-off to the left of the North goalie here.
Some good chances there, Doug.
Yes, sir. Just need one to tickle the twine. All right, McDonald on the draw. Fuller joking in. Fuller rips, blocker save. That one's going to go over Spaeth. Spaeth has it. Spaeth does the old spinorama again. Spaeth goes down in a heap. Jokinen goes in there to pick it up. Trying to get it loose. Back to Spaeth, tip. Fuller tries a tip. Fuller back behind the net. Out for Jokin, who couldn't get the handle on it. And that's going to be offsides on your Voyageurs. So close. Yeah. 4:25 in the half, 46 in the penalty. Face off just in front of the Voyager box here. McDonald pulls it back. Jokinen. She's going to throw it out to center. That was almost a pass to nowhere. Here comes the North. They throw it in deep. That should be icing. We're going to do it over again. Looks like the coach is going to leave this line out there a little longer. Face off to the left of the North goalie. All the girls standing up here. So McDonald on the draw, Jokin on the right wing, Fuller on left. This is coming back to Spaeth. Shot, and she puts it in the mid. And we'll get a do-over here. 27 left in the penalty. McDonald on the draw. Back to Spaeth. Jokinen keeps it into Spaeth. Spaeth lost the handle. And that one's going to pop out of the zone here. Gross is going to retreat. It's almost got intercepted. Fuller's going to throw it in deep and say, let's go get it. Gross is put on the wall. McDonald's got it. McDonald going around the net. McDonald still with it. McDonald still with it. Now leaves it for Fuller. Fuller back to Spaeth. Spaeth keeps it in the zone. Fuller trying to get it out. Kept in by Spaeth. Still alive here. Shot. Goalie. Out front. Another shot. And 3-on-2 here for the North. They're back at full strength. 3:04 to go in the half. And icing again on the North. So both teams back to full strength here. Hammer on the draw. And the North just trying to get it out of the zone. Here they come 2-on-1. Johnson with a nice D. Shot goes wide of Nelson. Comes out to the point. Blocked by Johnson. And kept in by the North. Longberg dishes it off to Hammer. Hammer splits the wickets. Just couldn't re-get the handle. And now picked off by Johnson. Johnson rings one over to Rose. Rose to the Hammer. Hammer shot. Another save by the goalie. This one's going to pop out through center. Whoa, just about sprung them loose, Justin. Pass. Hammer's going to get a handle on it. Here comes Dodge. Or Strom, one of the two, can't tell. Olsen shot to goal! She scored! Finally breaking the ice is Strom. And the Voyageurs finally crack it and get one on the board with 1:54 left. Strong on the D. I'm going to have to go back and watch that one. Did you see an assist on that one, Justin?
No, I didn't. I think she brought it up all the way.
Yeah. It says Olsen. Olsen trying to make a move towards the slot. Olsen with it again. Oh, and it got her pocket picked. Icing's waved off. This is going to be Arneson. Arneson looking for somebody to pass to. Hits Olsen. Quo loses an edge. She goes down on the old Rumpelstiltskin. And they bop it out to ice here to center. Putnam's got it. Putnam throws it cross ice over to Artisan. They get it out of the zone. The North is going to chip it in. Artisan spinorama. She's going to try and get it over to Quo. Here comes Putnam. Putnam trying to get it in deep. Picked off by Dodge. Dodge back to Arneson. Back to Dodge. Now back to Putnam. Putnam. She's going to come back near side. Try that. Still no dice. Gets it over to Quo. 36 to go. And we're getting a hook on looks like somebody from the North. Wait, hold on. Might be on the Voyageurs. Looks like it is. It's actually going to be on the Voyageurs, Justin. So we're going to end up short-handed, so that's Olsen for hook. And your Voyageurs are going to be down one here to finish the first half. 2 minutes on the board for Olsen for hooking. Gross throws it behind her own net. The North looking for somebody to center to. Comes out to the point. North on the backhand. Nice job by Spaeth to get it into the corner. North goes into the near corner. They try to center. And it looks like that should be kept in. And shot. Nelson puts it in the mitt. And says, give me a whistle.
Did you see that hook, Doug?
I did not see the hook.
Yep, me neither.
I know there was a lot of stick banging in there. So interestingly here, the North is pulling the goalie. So we're 6 on 4 for 11 seconds. In a bold move, the North has pulled the goalie, icing the puck a go-go. 6 seconds left. 5, and it comes out to center. That's a bold move, Justin, with 11 seconds, because the Voyageurs win that. They can just ice it and put it in the net. So I like the bold move by the North goalie, trying to switch up the mojo here at the end of the first. So at the end of the first here, it's the Voyageurs 1-0, but they outshot, to my calculation, the North 20-5. The house has it 24-4. I've got it 20-5. So, wow, I'm glad we got the one, but that goalie was playing really well for the North. All right, everybody, we got a quick intermission here to settle this one down. 1-0 is your score. We'll be back at you in just a few minutes. Thanks, everybody. Time to get Hockey fans, here we go. 1 minute on the warm-up clock. The Zamboni just finished its business with, if you didn't notice, the Zamboni was going the wrong way around. He was going counterclockwise. Even the brush is made to go clockwise. That guy must be an Australian guy. So we got some North girls sitting on the bench here. Give me the old zoomer. There's the Voyager bench, and along with bench cam. Here comes some more North girls. They look like they're ready to go. Justin, the North had a tough half, but they're in this. It's only 1-0. Shots 20-5 to my count. 24-4 for the house here. 20-5 is a lot of shots.
And a lot of good chances.
Yeah. Here come the Voyageurs. We'll get them coming out of the locker room here for you. So referees are back on the ice. Give me the old bench cam here. So the scoreboard is right, 1-0 for your Voyageurs. I think the referees have done a good job so far.
Oh, yeah.
Seems to be fair. All right, the girls are on the ice, which will fire up the 1 minute warm-up clock. We've still got Olsen in the box for 1:24 here. So we're going to get a goalie switch. Byron coming in the net for the Voyageurs. Girl in the red pads there for the North. We should almost see if we can get a roster.
Oh, yeah.
For the teams we play, so we can, goalie Johnson or whatever her name is. You know?
Right.
7 seconds left here in the quick 1 minute warm-up. You're back as the live camera there, bud.
Sounds good.
There's bench cam real quick. So shout out to Clay Bundy, who I know is watching. Hope you feel better. We can get you back tonight or tomorrow, but hope you feel better. Also, Hills and Hadrov, I know are not here as well. Not sure why, if they're not feeling good or other family obligations, but quick shout out to them too, in case you're watching, but I was told Clay Bundy is watching. So Harper, hope you feel better. So Byron is in the net. There's Coach Chloe. Looks like McDonald, Jokinen, Strom, and Johnson on D to start here, with Olsen being in the box, and we're shorthanded. The first draw does come back to the North, and they're going to dump it in deep. North North being the first one there to catch Strom into the corner. Strom 1-on-2. Stolen away by Jokinen. Jokinen's able to get it out of the zone. Jokinen's going to go up ice. She does have McDonald with her. She centers. McDonald out front, all the backhand. Just, I don't know what it hit, Justin. Thought it was heading for Twine.
Definitely hit something.
They got the first shot short-handed here. And the North is going to dump it into the zone, which is picked off by Johnson. She wraps it up ice. Jokinen's got it. She's going wide again. Jokinen rips and saved by the goalie. So first two shots of the half here go to the Voyageurs short-handed. And coach decides to switch up the D. That brings out Putnam and Arneson. Longberg and Hardrobber on the draw. Hammer goes off her shin pads. Comes back out to Arneson. And the North goalie says, give me a whistle. So first three shots here to the Voyageurs. 19 seconds left on Olsen's penalty for that hook. Hammer on the draw. Goes into the corner. Wongberg's going to be the first there. Wongberg trying to center. That one comes out to the North here. And they dump it into the offensive zone. Arneson's going to be the first one there. Over to Wongberg. Wongberg tries to get it out of the zone. That gets denied. Putnam's going to be there. Spin around by Putnam. Voyageurs are back to full strength. Arneson spin-rama. She's going to wrap it around to the Wongberg. Wongberg has it. She's going to throw it up ice. That fluttering puck's going to be picked up by Rose. Rose looking for somebody to hand it to, and we're going to get a penalty for checking. Looks like this one's going to go against the North, Justin. Number 6 for checking. Some last minute instructions here by the coach. And we got Hammer, Rose, Wongberg. Here comes the North the other way. And this will be Arneson to pick it up. She throws it up to Rose. And this one's picked up by Wongberg. Wongberg wraps it off the wall to herself. Tries to get out of the zone. That gets denied. Here comes a Hammer with Rose. Hammer has it tipped off her stick. Stolen away by Wongberg. Now to Rose in the corner. Centers, nobody home. Picked off by the Hammer. Hammer coming up through center. Hammer shoots and scores! From high in the slot, Hammer goes top shelf, top right corner for a power play goal by the Hammer. To make it 2-0. There's an assist on that one, Justin. I'm just going to have to go watch it. 2 minutes and 41 in. Power play goal by the Hammer makes it 2-0. What a shot that was. North throws it up ice. Spaeth has it. She's going to do the old spinorama. Tries to leave it over to Quo. Gross is going to throw it up to Quo. Just able to get it out of the zone. And now back to Gross again. Over to Dodge. Dodge ships it up to the center. Picked off by Dodge again. Dodge gains the zone. And the North is going to throw it back to center. Gross kind of lost the handle on the pass. Here comes the North around center. Nice poke check by the Dodge. And the North gets it in deep. 3-on-1 if they hurry. Two girls out front center. Saved by Byron. And here comes Olsen. She gets it knocked off her stick. And here comes the North. We're able to get it up to Spaeth. Into the corner they go. This is Dodge trying to get somewhere, and now she's coming back the other way. She throws it up ice, thrown away by the North. That should be icing. And it is, so icing on your Voyageurs. And that's going to bring it back to the left of Byron. Face off to the left of Byron here. It's like McDonald on the draw. Fuller joking it. Fuller just lost the handle. Now McDonald has it. Called good at the line. McDonald back to Strong. Goes off the skate of a North player. Tipped by Fuller, went off the post. North into the corner. Played by Johnson. And that's offsides on Fuller. And we're going to get a whistle here. Voyageurs staying with the same lines here. So you got McDonald, Fuller, Jolkinen, Strom, and Johnson. Called intentional offside, so we're going to go right to center. McDonald on the draw. Goes back to the North. And this one the North gets by Johnson. Centered out front, blocked by Strong. And here comes the North, retreating back into their own end. Poke check by the Hammer. They throw it in deep. We got a souvenir. And this will get us a wholesale change by the Voyageurs. Looks like Longberg, Hammer, and Rose. Putnam and Artisan on defense. Hammer just off scoring the goal, tries to get up to Longberg. Now it goes back to Putnam. Stolen away by the North. Putnam behind their own net. Pinched off by the Hammer. Hammer tries to throw it up ice. That one's just going to pop out. Stolen by Rose, goes left. Shot, that goes wide of the North goalie. Kept in by Hammer. Artisan driving in past the hash marks. Artisan in deep. Got Rose out front. Oh! Artisan tried the stuffing truck. Almost went in. Now back to Hammer. Hammer hits one hard. Now comes to the near wall where the North's going to pick it up. Played by Putnam. Putnam does the old spinorama. Longberg with a little space. Goes over to the Hammer. And North throws it up ice. The arm's up. And that locks up. Must have hit a wet spot. Pass over to Longberg. To the Hammer. That got ricocheted, and that's offsides on your Voyageurs. So it looks like Dodge, Quo, and Olsen goes over to the North on the far side. They wrap it in deep. Byron goes back to leave the puck and play it for Spaeth. Spaeth battling in the corner. Picked up by Dodge. North tries to get out front. Played and kept in by the North. Nice job by Spade, who throws it out front, stolen by the North. Quo whacks it back to the corner where Spade is going to rip it up ice. Stolen by the North again. Blocked by Dodge. Dodge gets it up ice to Olsen, who just won't be able to get there first. Quo centering pass to nowhere. Throw it up ice. Olsen throws it towards the net. And the North goalie says, give me a whistle. 15-16 left to go here in the second half. Olsen from behind the net. Comes back to Gross. Gross tries to feed one over to Olsen. Dodge tries to get it up to Quo. That gets intercepted. Here comes the North. Gross. Along the wall, the North has it again. Shallow angle, working up towards the slot. Rushed aside by Byron. Gross throws it up ice. Still can't get it out. North is starting to bottle us up a little here, Justin. Quo tries to get it out of the zone. Still the North has it. Now they send her back to Gross. Gross with the old spinner. Right out front. Shot just goes wide of Byron. Gross about turned it over. That shot goes wide of Byron. Voyageurs need a whistle. Shot. That one's blocked by Dodge again. Spain trying to come out with it. She gets rubbed out along the boards. She goes down in a heap. Voyageurs need a change or a whistle of some kind here. North's got all the mojo. Gross tries to get it up ice. That one just comes out. About stolen by Olsen. Couldn't get a handle on it. And Quo, smartly or not, throws it into the bench of the North and says, give me a whistle. Good shift there for the North. McDonald, Fuller joking it. Up the wall, Fuller gets it. She tries to get it in deep. This one's going to be played over to Strom. She throws it in deep. Jokinen's going to be the first one there. Jokinen and McDonald along the back wall, 2-on-2. Fuller into the corner. Back to Strom. Back to Fuller. Fuller shallow angle. Played a little plinko on the way in. Johnson throws it out front. And this one's going to come through center where Strom's going to have to pick it up. She tries the backhand, kept in by the North. Now gets it up to Jokinen. And that's going to be icing on the Voyageurs. And it looks like the coach is going to stay with this line. Face-off going to come to the right of Byron. This is McDonald on the draw. She pulls it back for Strom. McDonald has it, tries to get it to Jokinen. Jokinen tried to beat Fuller. Johnson with a nice block. McDonald gets it up ice to Jokinen. Jokinen stops, spinorama, trying to get it to somebody. Jokinen rips. That one gets blocked by the North. Jokinen tries to center. Just went through the wickets of Fuller. And that's going to be offsides on your Voyageurs. And it looks like we're going to get a wholesale change by both teams. Faceoff comes back to Putnam. Putnam tried to get it up to Wongberg. Arneson gains the offensive zone. Shot. Saved by the goalie. Battle in front of us here. Arneson on the D. He picks it up. Gets a shot up. Oh, just a Rose. Got the redirect on net. Just not a lot of juice on it. Not sure what the whistle was for. Hammer on the draw. To Rose. Back to Wongberg. Wongberg lost the handle. She lost an edge. And this one's going to come over to Rose. He tries to get it to Wongberg. Now back to Putnam. Putnam tries to feed the hammer. Who gets it in deep. Arms up for icing, and that's going to be icing on the north again. Face off to the left of the north goalie here. Hammer on the draw. Wongberg, Rose, Arneson, and Putnam. Controlled by the north here. It's going to be picked up by Rose. Rose throws it towards the center. And it goes to the wall. North throws it up ice, and we're going to get another icing on the north. You're froze? So hammer on the draw. Back to Wongberg, over to Arneson. Arneson throws it in deep. Comes back around to Arneson. Rose trying to keep it in the zone there. She went down. And now it pops out to center here. Plays right in front of us. Cameron throws it towards the net. Goalie says, give me a whistle.
We're back online.
Got it. That's pretty good down and back for you there. That was quick. Nice job. Back to the point. Gross throws it in deep. Olsen's the first one there. Olsen spins, looking for somebody to pass to. Throws it out front. Gross is going to be the first one there. He's going to wrap it back around to Olsen. Olsen makes a move. Looking out front. Oh, just went off the side of the net. Well battling, and that one's going to go all the way up ice. And it's icing again on the north. Lots of icings in this game, Justin.
Yep. Good pressure.
That's it. There you go. So Dodge, Quo, and Olsen. Spaeth and Gross on defense. Face off, gets chipped to the corner. They throw it up ice. Gross is able to keep it in. North trying to spinorama. Quo digging in the corner. Dodge trying to help out. Right out front, Quo shoots. Oh, must have just gone wide, or the goalie got a piece of it. And this one is Spaeth. Gets tipped off her stick. 2-on-1 for the North. That was close. Byron gets tipped. High stick by the North. Now waved off as the Voyageurs are the first ones to touch it. Spaeth splitting the D. Picked up by Dodge. She throws it towards the net. That goes wide. 9:23 and counting here. Gross plays it. Bad save by the goalie.
That's good pressure.
Good pressure. And 2-0 is still your score with 19:19 left. That's some good rip here. Still Dodge on the draw. Olsen, Quo, Spade. Puck gets wrapped into the corner, and we're going to get penalty on 2 girls here. So it looks like it's going to be 4-on-4 mutual roughing call. Looks like number 8. And who's that for our side? Is that 7?
It is.
And Spade, both for rough.
Oh, 5-on-5.
Oh, all right. So we're going to keep it at 5-on-5. And Gross is going to throw it in deep. Olsen to play in the corner. She's got Arneson out front. Tipped it in. And now this one's going to come out to Gross. She does the old spinorama. Up ice. It goes. Quo got a handle on it, and that's played with a high stick. And that one's probably coming all the way back to the left of Byron. And it is. So high sticking on your Voyageurs. For those of you in Rio Linda, high sticking when you just play the puck, face off in your own defensive zone. High sticking when you hit a player up high is a 2-minute penalty. That's the difference. Face off by McDonald here. Won by the Voyageurs, played by Gross. McDonald into the corner, tries to chip it up past Fuller. And it's going to be Gross going the other way to choking it. Out front into the slot. Shot. Byron got a piece of it. Positional save there, Justin.
Yep.
I don't know that she saw that until it was hitting her in the chest. So Voyageurs staying with the same line here. McDonald, Jokin and Fuller, Arneson, and can't quite tell. It's Gross. And that one's going to come out to the D here. Shot. Saved by Byron. So the Voyageurs trying to get it out of their own end here. Face off to the right of Byron. This one's won by the Voyageurs. Arneson controlling the corner. Gets it up to Jokinen, who gives it over to Fuller. Fuller gets to take it off her stick. She's going to wrap it up. Now comes back. Just gets by Gross. Gross throws it up ice to Fuller. And Fuller wraps it up. And that's probably going to get us another line change. Yep, that line didn't have any mojo on that shift. 7:49 to go here. 38 seconds in the coincidental minors for roughing. Now, both of these girls, Justin, they can't go out until there's a whistle after the play ends because there's already 5-on-5. So they get to sit until there's a whistle after their penalties expire. Here comes Hammer with Olsen. Hammer shot it wide. Kept in by Strong and Longberg. And the puck drops up. Longberg's got it. She sent it over to Olsen. Shot. Saved by the goalie. Olsen in the corner. She gets knocked over. And that one goes up into the netting, and we're going to get a whistle.
Is that Rose? Rose or Olsen?
It is Rose. Did I say Olsen?
Yep.
Thank you, sir. I do get those two mixed up. So face-off coming to the right of the North goalie. Hammer on the draw. That one goes back to Johnson. Tipped out front. Comes to the near corner. That one's going to be attempted and kept in by Strom, who now leaves it for Hammer, but Hammer lost the handle. Here comes the North. Nice play by Strong. Puck now comes around Johnson on the far wall. She gets rubbed out along the wall. Longberg picks it up. She's unable to get it past the D. Strong's going to have to pick it up again. 6:40 to go here. Strong looking for the puck. Now gets it over to Rose. Back to Strong. Strong's got a little room. She gets by the D. Nice job on the forecheck by Strong in deep. Tries to center to Rose. Now back around to Dodge, it looks like. That one gets ripped wide. Voyageurs changed on the fly here. Penalties have expired. The two girls are stuck in the box. Now this is Olsen coming off the hash marks on the backhand. Makes the move, saved by the goalie. And the North says, give me a whistle, which will get the two players out of the box. And both teams back to full strength with 5:48 to go. Looks like Dodge, Olsen, and Quo. Putnam and Arneson. Quo into the corner. Over to Dodge. Here comes the North with some speed, and offsides is the call. And we'll get a face-off just outside the Voyager zone here. Olsen along the wall, lost the handle, picked up by Arneson. She goes back to Putnam. Putnam throws it up ice to Quo, and it looked like it got by her without a tip, so we're going to get a whistle. And we'll get a face-off just to the left of Byron. Dodge on the draw. Came back to Arneson as the North tried to center. 3-on-2. Arneson tries to split the D. Oh, and gets hooked. She split the D. Crowd wants a penalty shot. I don't think she was free and clear though. They're going to talk about it. But no, it looks like it's going to be 2 minutes for the hook. Number 8 again. That's her second of the game. Put the Voyageurs on the power play here with 5:11 to go. Dodge, Olsen, Quo, Arneson, and Putnam. Face-off one here by the Voyageurs. And the North throws it up ice and says, give me a whistle. So we're going to get a face-off back to the right of the North goalie. Puck is down. Quo pulling it out of the wickets of the ref. Goes towards the net. Take any shot on goal there. That one was tipped up airborne and fly ball for the goalie. So do-over here. This one gets one back, pulled back to Putnam. Putnam does the old spinorama. Putnam spins again. Now back down to Quo. Quo throwing pass, too shallow angle. Tries to hit Putnam out front. And Putnam still with it on the hash marks. Dishes it down low to Quo. Quo tries to hit Dodge. Oh, the one-timer. Just couldn't get all of it. Olsen into the corner here. Olsen makes move to the forehand. Shot. Another save by the goalie. Good pressure by that line. Got a little something going. Here comes McDonald, Fuller, and Jolkinen. Gross and Spaeth on defense. So McDonald on the draw. One, back over to Jokinen. Tipped it back to Gross. Gross, low, tip, goes behind the net. Fuller will be the first one there. Fuller looking for somebody to pass to. He throws it back to Spade. Spade just about lost the handle. Back to Fuller. Fuller makes the move. On the forehand, that was tipped. And pops out to center. Back to Spade. Stolen away by the North here. 1-on-4, right in the slot. Shot. Saved by Byron. Fuller now tries to tip and pass it deep. And she throws it up ice. McDonald's the first one there. Back to Fuller on the backhand, no go. Spaeth with it. Tried to dish it for Fuller in the slot. That didn't quite work. Now Gross lost the handle. Fuller rips, shoots. That got tipped wide. Nice hard shot though. Spaeth throws it into the corner. Fuller will be the first one there. She wraps it around the wall. North back to full strength there. Fuller on the backhand throws it towards the net. Joking it out front. Out to Spaeth. Spaeth tries to get the shot off. That gets tipped up high. Joking it does the old spin. McDonald out front. McDonald circling. Over to Jokinen. Jokinen lost the handle. Gross keeps it in the zone. Good pressure here. Now that one goes up ice. And played by Byron. Both teams changing them out here. 2:25 to go in the second half. Voyageurs up 2-rib. Longberg trying to get out of the zone, and it just does. And good call by the referee as that was offsides. With 2:15 to go. So the face-off's going to be just outside the Voyager zone here. This is Hammer on the draw. Longberg tries to get it up to Hammer. Hammer goes skate to stick. And the North throws it back to Johnson. Johnson hits Rose. Rose trying to go wide onto the forehand. She goes down in a heap. Hammer tries to center. Longberg's down in a heap. Strawn throws it into Hammer. And here comes the North around their own net. They throw it up ice, kept in by Johnson. That goes wide to the North goalie. And up ice it comes to Strom. Strom lost the handle. Inadvertent trip. No call. And we're going to get a friendly whistle for the North player that got knocked down with 1:18 to go. This is Dodge on the draw. Dodge, Quo, and Olsen. Right in the slot was the North. They throw it to the back wall. Putnam tries to get it up to Quo. Stolen by the North. Quo tries to get a handle on it. She's down on her knees. 1 minute to go in the second half. 1 minute. Putnam tries to get it out of the zone. Putnam still trying to get it out of the zone. Now it's going to be played by Quo, who tries to beat Olsen. And that one's going to come back to Byron, who steers it aside. She gives it over to Arneson, 40 to go. Arneson tries to get it around to Dodge. Dodge tried to get it up to Quo, no dice there. Nice stick by Putnam just to get it away from the North player. Out front, redirect by the North. 26 to go. Byron steers it towards the back wall. Putnam with it. She tries to hit Quo. Quo feeds Olsen. And they're going to call icing. I thought Olsen got a piece of it. 14.3 to go. Looks like the North is pulling the netminder. So we're going to have an empty net, 6 on 5 for the North. Six on 5 here to finish it off. Face-off won by McDonald. North has it behind the net. Tried to center. Spinorama. Saved by Byron. Fuller has it. She's going to throw it up ice. Oh, just doesn't have the mustard. Oh, and it went wide anyway. Good way to end the game. So final score 2-0 for your Voyageurs. Final shots on goal. I got it 34-10 for your final shots on goal. We'll get to the handshakes here. Goals by Strom and Hammer. Power play goal for Hammer. Easily that could have been a 5-0, 5-1 game. Both teams played really hard. Stellar goaltending by the North. Next game's at what time tonight, Justin? What do we got? Isn't it like close to 8 o'clock or something?
I believe so. 8:10. Same arena. Rink number 1, Doug Woog.
All right, so 8:10 tonight, back here at Woog Arena. I thought we were in the same. Is this rink 1? Must be. Either way, we'll figure it out. Good game for everybody. 2 win for the Voyageurs. So far, they're 1-0-1 on the weekend with the tie yesterday. So we're going to put a wrap on this one. We're going to get everything put away and get the batteries charging, and we'll be back at you here for tonight's game. Meanwhile, enjoy your afternoon, everybody. God bless.